Go to Mark for the first question.
Hey Jay, when you got all the changes of a new offense and all the new players you're trying to fit together, what gives you the most hope and excitement that this is going to be, that it's all going to work week one?
Yeah, you always have to have hope. Otherwise, you're in the wrong business. You know, we're very optimistic going into the season. We know we have a lot of challenges. We got some youth playing. But really, I think the biggest reason for belief that I have is the offensive line. I think the offensive line is very solid right now with the tackles that we have, the interior players, and obviously the center I feel good about. So with an offensive line, it gives you the ability to do a lot of different things, I think, and hopefully it'll give us a chance to get our skilled players the ball in space and between the tackles and do some good things.
Thanks, Mark. Let's go over to John Reed.
How you doing, Coach? Do you feel do you really like your skilled players to have an impact enough that can increase your scoring and be a high scoring offensive unit this season?
Yeah, we'd like to think that we can. You know, I think we have some talented players outside and inside and at the running back position. So, yes, that's our belief right now. But, you know, there could be a game where our defense is playing really well that we might play it a little more close to the vest. We'll see how the games go. But we're going to go into the season, the frame of mind. We're going to attack a lot of different ways, running the football, getting the ball down the field. DJ's obviously been explosive. Chris Conley's had a great camp. Keelan's done a good job. You know, our rookies have shown explosion and the ability to learn the offense. And then, you know, at the running back position, we feel pretty good. Adding Tyler Eifert helps, and James coming back from his injury has been a good sign for us. So we feel pretty good about where we're at.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Let's go Gary and then Hayes.
Hey, Coach. Does DJ remind you of any wide receiver you coached in the past as far as his skill set and maybe as far as his work ethic?
Well, he's got great work ethic, and that's usually the case for most great receivers. They have great work ethic. You can't be a lazy, undisciplined wide receiver and be great. You have to have great work ethic. You have to be in great shape, which he is. You have to study the game. You have to study your opponent, which he does. So that's standard amongst NFL wide receivers. It should be anyway. But as far as skill set goes, man, I think he's got the talent to do a lot of different things, vertically, intermediately, in between the hashes, which is critical. You know, a lot of receivers don't want to go in there, but DJ's fearless in there. So I feel good about his versatility, number one. His work ethic is second to none, and he's picked up the offense mentally. So it's our job to try to do the best we can to put him in positions to succeed. You know, he may get doubled time to time, which will open up the field for other players. But when he's singled, we got to do a good job of getting him to rock.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Mitter. Let's go Hayes and then Mia.
Hey, Jay, what kind of camp did Cam Robinson have?
Oh, Cam did good. You know, I like Cam. I think he loves football. That's what I like about him, man. He likes to practice. He likes to work. He's a big, strong guy. I think he feels a lot more. I wasn't here last year, but just watching him on tape, he looks more fluid this year. He looks a lot healthier, so to speak. So I like his ability to be physical in the running game. And obviously, when we get the third downs and stuff, I think he can protect. We'll see. But I feel good about where Cam's at. And obviously, the other tackle, Juwan, I feel like they're very, very good. And we just got to give them a chance to give different sets. We don't want to drop back and throw 7-step drops all day and let the rushers rush us every down. We got to do a good job of mixing it up, run, pass, draw, screens, all that stuff. So that'll help Cam out a lot. But he's been well. He's been good.
We see Gardner Minshew's really his personality and how comfortable he is sort of letting that out and letting the fans see it. But Doug described him earlier today as more of an accountant inside the building. What is that dynamic from your perspective like in terms of Gardner and how he is in the building grinding through the week and his routine, and then compared to his outside, character and what he likes to show the fans?
Well, the good thing is I hang out with him outside the building, so I know how he's like. I really don't know. I don't care. I know that inside the building when he's here, he's focused individual now. He's got a lot to learn. He knows he has a lot to learn. He works extremely hard with his fundamentals, with what we're putting in front of him from a playbook standpoint. He's been a professional, and that's the way you have to be at the quarterback position. When he wants to let his hair down, which he has a lot of it, I'm sure he can do that off the field. But I've been very impressed with Gardner as a professional quarterback and how he's handled himself on the field and in the classroom.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Hayes. We'll go over to Mia and then to Demetrius.
Hey, Jay, I know we haven't gotten a chance to talk to him yet, so maybe you can give us a little bit of insight. James Robinson, undrafted rookie. He's listed as running back number 1. Obviously, that's a lot of pressure for anyone, but especially being a rookie. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe his character, his personality that you've seen that said to you that this guy is prepared to be the number 1 running back on our depth chart coming right out of college?
He's a no-nonsense guy. He really is. He is. I try to get under his skin a little bit. I ask him if he's nervous every day. He is a very poised individual, no nonsense. He's ready to go. You know, we'll see when Sunday hits, the first time we give him the ball, the first time there's a 3rd and 1, or we got to get a yard. We'll see how he does. But we have every indication that we've seen in training camp that he can handle it. He can handle the workload. He's tough. He's strong. He's got great vision. He can explode through holes. We've been impressed with him. You know, unfortunately, we haven't had the preseason games to really look at him in live situations. We got a couple in practice, but they're still not the same. But I feel like I feel very confident in his demeanor and his approach to the game that he will be ready.
Did you know anything about him before he showed up at camp?
We just knew he's free agent from Illinois State. We did a little bit of work on him. I think the scouting staff did a great job of targeting him as one of our free agents who we wanted to get in the building. And he had a successful career at Illinois State, ran for a lot of yards and been very productive. So, you know, my biggest surprise with him is his ability to catch the ball and block. You know, he's a great blocker. He's got great hands. He's picked up everything extremely well. Coach Trubisky's done an outstanding job with him, but James really has taken it to a level for a rookie free agent, not getting the reps early in camp to really dominating the reps that he did get and really turning our heads. And that's the key to a rookie free agent, making a team. And then evolving into a starter is almost impossible without any preseason games, but he's made us all feel very comfortable about it with his ability to do the right thing. And then when he does have the ball, he makes something happen.
Obviously, it's situational, but you know, depending what shakes out on Sunday, you feel confident on the first drive he will be the first running back out there?
Of course. Yeah, I feel good about him, man. I'm excited to watch him play, and I know he's excited. He won't show it, though. I haven't seen him smile but twice the whole time that he's been here, man. He's a very focused guy, and I think he'll be ready.
Quite the change.
I know he'll be ready, I should say. I'm sorry. I know he'll be ready.
Quite the dynamic between him and then Gardner with the hair. So
yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Mia. We're gonna go 3 final questions here. If you guys could do one each, trying to get to everybody today. Let's do Demetrius, Jordan, and then we'll finish with JP. Go ahead, Demetrius.
Hey, Coach. What sort of challenges does the Colts defensive line present to you guys, especially a guy like DeForest Buckner, who's been around the league for a while, dominating? How important is it going to be for your offensive line to really step up to the plate this week?
Very much so. You know, they do a great job with their front. You know, it's not a very complicated front. They sprinkle in some blitzes that are nuisance type blitzes that'll give you problems, but really it's about the movement with the defensive linemen. They're strong, they're physical, and they have quick movement. We got to handle the movement. You know, they stunt the 3 technique. They'll stunt the backside defensive end, the front side end. The linebackers do a great job of scraping. They're fast and they can run. So how we handle the movement will be how we if we have any success in the running game or not. Even in the passing game, their ability to stunt and rush the passer, they're very effective in what they do. So it'll be a great challenge for us. They have great skill up front. Autry, Buckner, obviously Justin Houston's still there. He's a good player. So and they rotate guys in there. They're effective in what they do. The defensive coordinator Uberflos does a good job of putting these guys in positions to succeed and also moving around to make it hard on the offenses to get set.
Thank you.
Thanks, Demetrius. Let's go over to Jordan and then JP.
Hey, Coach, you talked about the Colts defensive line and linebackers a little bit there. I'm curious about their secondary with Malik Hooker and the guys back there. What type of challenges do they present to your quarterback and wide receiver group and tight ends, obviously, from a secondary standpoint?
Well, the challenge is good because they give you different looks. They make everything look the same. Then all of a sudden it's cover 3 or blitz on the nickel, or it's cover 2, or it's Tampa 2, or it's Palms type defense. Cover 3. You know, they do a great job of disguising their intent. And then when they got to have it, they play great tight man to man, and they get all over. They crawl up in your grill and make it hard to get crossing routes, make it hard to get the ball down the field because their pressure is very good on their defensive line with their 4-man rushes, some of their 5-man rushes. They get home. So it'll be a great challenge for us to recognize coverage, man, zone, and then when it is man, to be able to separate and get us in some good plays. But most importantly, we have to protect the quarterback and give our receivers time to get off the jam, get in the holes in cover 2 or cover 3, whatever coverage they're playing, palms, and be able to have the quarterback to be able to read it out. They do a great job. If you get forced on your first read, they can take that thing away. Sometimes you have to get back to your second or third progression against this defense, and you got to have time to do that. So it's going to be critical for our offensive line to give us that time, and Gardner to make sure he recognizes the zones and the receivers as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Jordan. Shadrick said that you already answered his question, so we appreciate the time, Jay. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.